So, hey, hi, and welcome back. I was thinking of a very good topic today, but then I thought to change the whole plan itself. I am not going to drop that topic today. We will discuss that topic somewhere like after 2 3 days, but not today. Today, I think it's something special. I want to connect myself with the people who are watching. Apparently, one of my friends, we just met right now, and my friend, he just told me that you know what, have you started making videos, bro? And I was like, yeah, kind of, no. Something like this. And he was like, I really like what you are trying to say, but then I know it's you, so I didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm glad you're back. And I was like, did you watch? Are you watching me? He says, no. But then I got this notification. I thought it looks like you. Let me just. So, we end up talking on a very good conversation. We were talking about personal things like how things are going with life, how the job is going, and everything. Perfect. And then we were listening good song, some sort of good songs and everything. We were like, we just stumbled upon one of our oldest memories, which was listening to Osho out of a blue. Okay, and as usual, I, I came to realize this thing, that I'm not saying that Osho helped me a lot, but then I did got a perspective of life after listening to him. That perspective is completely mine. It is neither good, neither bad. But then, this very self journey of finding yourself is so important for any human being. It is very important for any sort of a human life, because we are fighting behind this question since our childhood. Years of hard work, years of self deprivation, years of torture, years of sadness, and sometimes of happiness, but we are not even able to find ourselves once. How can be this happening? Today's topic, I am not going to have any sort of topic, but I would just let the viewers decide whatever it is. I would just write few words, blah, and a whole fucking description. That is also blah. I don't care. But I personally think we are going to discuss about the only battle that we need to fight and win. This is our topic. And I don't care what the fuck you say. I really don't care. But then I do care. Whatever I try to say, it should make much more of sense. Not just to me, but the people who are going to watch. It might be, I don't know. This topic is very complex yet subjective. For people, it might be a fight of money, a fight of power, a fight of success, a fight of love. But is this the actual fight that we are trying? And this wasn't the question in the first place. The question is what we are actually fighting. Are we fighting for ourselves? The bigger question then, what are we fighting for? We must be fighting for life. Tell me one thing, what life is. The Hindi word or a Marathi word for life is Jivan. Okay. There is no historic definition what life is. You won't find any book, you won't find any publication, you won't find any teacher who would tell you what life is. But what do we do from life? We live. We certainly live. Now, are we fighting for living? When the word living is a present statement or a present state of mind, are we fighting for that? It seems so stupid. It seems so utter stupidness to consider a meaningless thing, something. Living is a very natural state of mind. Living is one of the most natural state of mind that a person or an individual can actually do. And you are fighting with that. Isn't this the normal nature of a human to live? Then why are we fighting for living? Because we have tried to seek ourselves in external world, in a materialistic form of world, where everything holds a meaning. Everything holds a meaning, and all you need is validation. Because the whole problem is with you. You can't have that confidence enough to create your own self identity, and without that self identity, you don't have any self belief. Since there is no self belief, there is no risk at all. Without no risk, what? There is no experience. There is no self conviction at the end, because you have never lived the life for your own self. The whole point of life was living, not fighting for living. The biggest battle wasn't you. The biggest battle isn't life. And neither the biggest battle is living the life. The biggest battle is you. The more you will distinguish yourself externally, you will try to find yourself externally, this battle would be never ended. This will go on and on for years and years, but nobody could win. The second you think that it's you and only you, there is nothing bigger than you, there is nothing unique than you, there is nothing good than you, there is nothing best than you, there is nothing without you. My friends, you start thinking from a great state of mind, a higher state of mind, where you don't need someone to tell you what the fuck you want to do, when no one tells you to behave in certain way, where no one tells you what is wrong for you and what is bad for you or good for you. And the second you come into that level of frequency, energy, understanding, your brain works magic. Your subconscious and your conscious mind, it maintains that equilibrium to be in that state of awareness all the time. You are not an observant, you are not an observer, you are not an observee. You are the pure consciousness and the very fabric of reality. manifestations, affirmations, miracles, magic. This happens only and only when you create the equilibrium between your conscious and your subconscious mind. The second it is in equilibrium, you find yourself who you are truly in the truest form. The only pure conscious identity that is ever dominant and ever existent. And the second you know that this sort of a power, this sort of energy, this sort of and pull of love, the pull of charmness is me. What do I want to seek? Nothing. This is all mine. This is all bloody mine. Because if I am everything, that means there is nothing. So whatever I keep hand on, that is mine. Whatever I see, that's mine. Whatever I'm feeling, that is mine. You become sink in everything. And trust me, this level of rooted understanding comes after a very long time. But then the second you find yourself, the second this battle of life and living is over, you enter into a state of completeness, absolute. And it is hard to stick into that state, but then every second of it is worth it. It is worth it. There is no sort of a vice that can certainly give this level of bliss, this level of satisfaction. My biggest trait or my biggest point of satisfaction I would personally say is that I can go to my bed, lay down there and sleep peacefully. Not because I am dumb or I am stupid, because at this very point I have reached to a mental state where I find equilibrium. I know what I am, who I am, and what I can do, and how much of myself is abundant so enough that I can reach to the limits. The sense of satisfaction that comes because I know what I want is mine. This trace on my fingertips, you are pure, pure, pure energy. The second you come into this state, it becomes an addiction. It becomes so rare that you need this rareness all the time. I would personally say that for every human, they should understand this very battle of what they are fighting for. At the end, when you find this answer, stick with what you got. This sense of energy can't be bought by money, can't be bought by any sort of assets. People waste their life just to find that sense in life, but actually they want to make sense of their own self. They are just blinded by the material world at the core, that even if his own self would come and tell him that this is not what you need to do, they won't listen. I hope that today's video was something out of the box, and I might be very blunt today because it's been a very long time I haven't spoke out my heart, and I really wanted to say something that is very, very, very close to my heart. And I hope that this video finds you well. This video gives you an positive perspective about life and about yourself, to know more about yourself. Till then, take care and bye.